I wanted to address something in which I thought, at least in my perspective, was important. And and this is a serious conversation. Basically express my thoughts. And there was something that had transpired between this friend of mine and I as of this evening. And I wanted to, I've taken a lot of consideration and time into reflecting in my thoughts. And I've come full circle. I've come to my conclusions. And I basically wanted to say, and this is regards to anyone and or everyone, I will continue to always be the person and the good nature human being that I am. And I would never continue, and I would never surrender for who I am for as long as I should live. As long as there is a single breath in my body, and to change myself would be the last thing to ever happen to me for as long as I should live. And to be honest, you are just going to have to accept me for me, of who I am as a human being, who I am as a person. And honest to God, I attempt in all that I can, as much as possible, as much as I could in this life, in order to balance my center of my walk in the light, in the center of the light. With each day of my life, I'm truly grateful to being alive. And I've found that it's one of the greatest obstacles that any of us could endure and to travel through, and to try to accomplish that, and while being successful, of feeling a sense of gratitude and practice positivity in every day of our lives. You should be proud of yourself. If anything else, you should be proud for who you are, and never change of who you are for anybody else, for anything else, regardless of what others might think of you or say of you, because they're just words that is absolutely meaningless, and it's obsolete. And it's obsolete what others think of you, because as long as you have a clear and positive perspective of yourself, that's all that matters in this life. That is one thing that always matters. So never surrender for who you are for the sake of others. And especially never surrender yourself to meet the expectations of others, of how you want their perception of image to meet how you should be. And that should absolutely never be the case at all. And if anything, you should always be proud for who you are. And at least if you stand up for what you believe in, and what you believe in is right, and if you have a positive and clear consciousness, to be honest, really that's all that matters in this life. We might be knocked up, down, and out. However, the truth is that we are still here. We still are breathing this perfect air, and that we are still alive. And we are still alive. And that is the most important thing to consider and to sink into your knowledge, sink into your mind. I wanted to take this consideration and time to express my thoughts of appreciation as well as my gratitude and all that each of you have personally done for me, I appreciate it with all of my heart, and every one of you means the absolute world to me. So I thank you so much, and also I cannot thank you enough for truly believing in me, for helping to inspire me to become a greater human being every single day of my life, and also for allowing me and to welcome me with open arms to our friendships. And also for all your love and support. It truly does inspire me so much in my life to help me to come to terms and realizations of how to perfect myself, how to each day as a constant journey of improvements in the light in order to better myself. Even though I do not have many friends, I've never had much of a trace of a social life, with the exception of I allow myself to show you in every day of my life, to invite you in this journey with me, in this adventure, every single day of my life while I am still alive, in order to show you, for you to be a part of my life, as I invite you in this journey with me in order to show you the gradual progression of changes that I go through, a constant transformation in every day of my life, of bettering myself, the closer I'm reaching to my aspirations to be embraced as a part of the light. And I would hope that through my videos, through this adventure, that I had inspired you and helped you to become a greater human being because of my videos and because of all that I have done in the relationship that we share on a mutual basic, a mutual understanding. And I wanted to thank you for truly believing in me and for allowing me to never surrender on myself. And I thank each and every one of you for never surrendering on me either. Even despite I don't have much of a social life or that too many friends, I'm rather content and quite satisfied with the circle of the few close friends that I have in my life. The handful of friends in my life. In my social life, in my existence, as I coexist inside of this front of the lens of a camera. But I'm content with that. And to be honest, I don't mind. I don't mind watching my videos and for supporting me and loving me as much as you do. It helps me to become a greater human being, and maybe that could spread maybe that could impact you in a positive perspective and a positive influence. And if so, I truly do appreciate it. So thank you so much. Do what I could in order to to actually be a good, or if not good, at least a decent human being. And friendships, relationships and friendships are actually one of the hardest things to maintain and to achieve within this modern infrastructure and this society in this human civilization that we live in and coexist in today. And there seems to be a sense of apathy in the world today. There seems to be too many other human beings who are much too blinded by self-interest, by their own passions, by just everything that revolves around the darkness and negatives of this world. And for as long as people allow themselves to coexist inside of the darkness, and if they don't have any incentive to constantly better themselves along this journey and every step and every day of our lives, as unfortunate enough as to say it, but they will never improve for the positive. And especially for those who continue to drown in the past. Today I paid for this person's grocery that was standing in line behind me. And just small random acts of kindness can do so much in the world to help ultimately change the course of the world and society for something positive. Well, I've done enough talking for now, and I'm gonna head to sleep. I'm gonna head to rest for the night. So once again, thank you. Thank you for all of your friendships. I really do appreciate that a lot. Well, I hope that each of you would have a great night. And also, may your day tomorrow be full of light. As the light, or the divine creator, as in his grace, may he bless your day, full of positivity and creativity, and with so much light, an endless amount of light. And may it change the darkness of your lives into something of the light.